Hi everyone, welcome to our English grammar class. Today we are going to talk or to learn something very important and fun in English that is called gerunds. So even though you're not here with me physically, I want you to imagine that you are sitting in front of me, nodding your head and ready to learn. So, you ready guys? Let's go. So by the end of this lesson, you should be able to define what a gerund is, tell the difference between gerunds, present participles, and continuous verb forms, use gerunds correctly in different parts of sentence, and of course, practice through some activities. Okay, first one, what is the gerund? So a gerund is a gerund is the ing form of a verb that function as a noun. Yes, noun, not a verb ya, bukan kata kerja. Like for this example, swimming is fun. Here swimming is not an action, you are doing something, but it is a thing that function as a subject of the sentence. That means swim plus ing here is not a verb ya, it is a noun and berfungsi sebagai subject in the sentence. Oke, kalau kalian masih bingung, coba ganti swimmingnya dengan kata benda lain seperti music or chocolate that look like this. Chocolate is fun. It is makes sense, right? But the swimming di sini adalah gerund. Gerund itu harus kita ingat bahwa berfungsi sebagai noun dan bisa juga sebagai, dan kalau di dalam kalimat dia bisa berfungsi sebagai objek dan subjek gitu. Lanjut ke next slide. Okay, here's the tricky part actually. Not all verb plus ing forms are gerunds. Jadi nggak semua kata kerja yang ditambah ing bisa berarti gerund semua ya. There are three main types of verb plus ing that we have to understand it is gerund or not. So if verb plus ing is gerund, it is actually function as a noun ya. So the first type is gerund, like in this slide. Gerund, the form of verb ing is gerund, and function as a noun. And this is the example. Jogging is healthy. Jogging here is not a verb or adjective, but in this case, it is a noun and function as a subject of the sentence. So it can be called as a noun or gerund in the sentence. And the second type of verb ing is present participle, and it is function as an adjective in a sentence. Like this example, the barking dog is loud. So the barking here is not a verb or a noun, but it is function as an adjective. To explain the noun in the sentence, the noun is dog, so barking here is function to explain which dog it is. Alright. And the third type of the verb ing is continuous verb, right? So it is one of the tenses lesson of English the formula is to be plus verb ing. So like this example, she is dancing. It means that she dance in this time. She is dancing in this time. Jadi meskipun bentuknya sama, verb plus ing, but tetapi fungsinya bisa berbeda. That's what makes this lesson very important. Right. Next slide. How gerunds are used in the sentence. We will explore how gerunds are used. There are 5 contexts that we can use gerunds. The first one, we can use gerund in a sentence as a subject. Reading, like this example, reading helps you relax. Reading here is not a verb or an adjective. It is a function as a noun and the subject of the sentence. And the second one, as an object, we can use gerund for object in the sentence. Like this example, I love singing. Singing here is the object of the verb love. And the third one, we can use gerund as subject complement. Like this example, my hobby is drawing. Drawing comes after is and renames hobby, so that's why it is as a subject complement. And then the fourth one, we can use gerund in context. We can use gerund after preposition. Like this example, he is good at drawing. So after at preposition at, we can use gerund actually. And so the last one, we can use the gerund after certain verb, like she enjoys readings. Okay, in this part we will compare which gerund and which one is present participle. Okay, the first one, swimming is one. Is that gerund or participle? Yes, that's a gerund. Why? Because it's the subject of the sentence and also function as a noun in this context. So that's why it is a gerund. Then the second one, the swimming boy is tired. Which one? Is that a gerund or present participle? Alright, that's a present participle. Why? Because swimming describes boy, it acts like an adjective, right? For your quick tip, if verb plus ing answer what, it's a noun or a gerund. But if it answers which one or what kind, it's an adjective or participle. Then we move to the next slide. Okay, here look at these sentences. She is running and they were playing football. So in this slide we explore verb plus ing in continuous tense. This is the continuous tense. The verb plus ing form here is not a gerund or an adjective. It's a part of the verb phrase with to be, is, are, or was word. So jadi ini murni structure tense ya. Is running here present continuous, and was playing here past continuous. So don't confuse this with gerunds. Okay, the next slide is practice activity, identify the verb plus ing, right? So we will practice to identify the verb plus ing. Alright, let's test your understanding. I will read some sentences. You think and decide. Is it a gerund, participle, or continuous verb? Okay, the first sentence is reading helps me sleep. So reading here is it a gerund, participle, or continuous verb? Who all know the answer? Yes. Yes, Petra. Which one is it? Gerund, participle, or continuous verb? Good job, Petra. So it is gerund, right? Because it's the subject of the sentence and function as a noun, right? Thank you, Petra. And the second sentence, he is writing a letter. Writing here, is it a gerund, participle, or continuous verb? Who know the answer? Which one the correct answer? Okay, Ahmad, what your answer? What is your answer? Yeah, great. So the correct answer is continuous verb, right? Because writing here is put after to be, so that's why it is the continuous verb. And these three other sentences we will explore it after. You can explore it independently, right? We move to the 10th slide. Time you will imagine we are in a class now. I would divide you into groups and you would play gerund hunt. You would get a short paragraph and find all the gerunds, then identify their function. Are they subject, object, or after prepositions? Okay, let's try a quick quiz. So in this slide, in this time, we will have a mini quiz. That is fill in the blanks. Let's try a quick quiz. Fill in the blanks with the correct gerund, right? So the first one, she enjoys blah 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 cook. So which one is the correct answer? Alright, so the cook must be plus ing because there are two verbs in this sentence, so we have to add ing for the second verb, like she enjoys cooking. So that's why it is the correct gerund in this sentence. The next, okay, the second sentence, blah blah blah, swim in the sea is exciting. So which one is the correct answer? Yeah, which one is the correct answer? Yeah, good job. So the correct answer is swimming because it is object, or it is a subject and function as a noun in the sentence. So that's why we have to add ing for changing the verb swim to be a gerund in the sentence. Okay, the third sentence is he is interested in blah 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 learn Japanese. So which one is the correct answer for fill blank here? For filling the blank here. know the answer? Okay, Fitra, good job. So the answer is learning. We have to add ing after verb learn because it must be a gerund. Must be a gerund and function as a noun. Function as a noun, and after preposition like I have already said before, gerund can be used after preposition. So that's why the answer is learning must be a gerund after preposition. And the fourth one is my favorite hobby is blah 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 paint. So which one is the correct answer? Alright, so paint here must be added by ing for changing the verb paint to be a gerund, because in the sentence the gerund here is function as a noun and the subject complement, right? So paint verb must be added ing, like my hobby is painting. Alright, we move to the 12th slide in this presentation, that is about summary and key takeaways. So in conclusion, a gerund is a verb plus ing used as a noun. And the second one, a present participle is verb plus ing and used as an adjective for explaining a noun in the sentence, for example. And a continuous verb is verb plus ing used with to be, like is, are, was, were, to show ongoing action, right? So for your tips, for your fast tips or easy way to understand which one is gerund or participle or continuous verb, we can use this formula. If the verb plus ing is a thing or activity, it is gerund. But if the verb plus ing describes a noun, it means that it is a participle or an adjective. And if the verb plus ing works with is, are, was, were, it means that it is not a gerund, or it is not a gerund, not for a participle or an adjective, but it is a continuous verb that describes ongoing action. Alright, I hope you. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you so much for joining this lesson, even if only virtually. If you have any question, write them down and ask your teacher, or feel free to send me a message if I'm your teacher. Keep practicing and see you in the next class. Bye bye.